Welcome to Simple Software Tutorials. In this video, I'm going to show you how I'm actually using my Jira Job Tracker. Now this video is probably going to be a little more casual, less structured than usual. I'm just going to walk you through how I'm actually using it and just kind of talk through maybe some changes I've made, some just interesting ways that you can use it. Let's get started. So first of all, I am in my backlog. So if you haven't taken or checked out my job tracker course yet, I have several videos kind of walking you through the process of building a job tracker in Jira. Maybe you want to check this out first and just see, if this would even make sense for you. That's totally fine. But if you want to build it, I'll have links in the description below that will walk you through step by step exactly how to do this. So even if you don't have experience using Jira, you don't need that. I'll tell you every single thing to do. Hopefully it won't be confusing for you at all. So assuming that that you've done all of this, or you understand that I have built some templates here that are just chilling in the backlog. The first thing I've done is I have tweaked my template a bit. I've moved some things around. And that's the whole point of this. You make it work for you. Don't include something in there just because it's on one of my templates. If there's something in here that you're never going to use, or you don't like the order that things are in, go in there, copy, paste, move them, delete, change whatever you need to do. Just make it work for you. This whole thing is for you to make life easier for you while you're searching for a job. So some of the things I did is I moved the interview and communication log templates down to the very bottom, just so it's easy to access them. When you leave a comment, you leave comments right down here at the bottom. So I wanted it really handy right there. And then I got rid of some things, but I've got multiple templates on my site. I have this template on my site, so you've got lots of different options there. Now, getting back to how I'm actually using it. So I've just been job searching on LinkedIn. So we're going to go over to LinkedIn. And what I've been doing is I enter in my search terms and some criteria here. And what I've been doing is going through just looking at different jobs. So take, for example, this job right here. This says job match is high. So that's a good sign that maybe this is something I need to look into. Now going back to our board here, remember, we have all these different columns. So don't overwhelm yourself by thinking you have to fill out all of this information on the template immediately. Okay, that's why we have the interested column here. Interested means, hey, I saw this job. It looks interesting to me. It looks worthwhile for researching more and seeing if I truly want to go through this whole process with it. So don't feel obligated to complete all this information in the template right away. That's a huge thing that will hopefully save you some time. Just keep that in mind, that you don't have to fill out all of this information right away. So back to the job. So I can look through the information here and just see, does this look like something that might be relevant to me, to my experience, to what I want to do? If so, what I've been doing is I've been copying the title from right here. Now we're going to go to the backlog. I've got my template open. By clicking on it, I'm going to click on the three dots here that open actions, and then I'm going to click on clone. So this is a reminder that this is my template, so don't alter the original template. And the way I'm doing this is putting the job title, a pipe, and then the company. So I'm going to paste that job title there, add my pipe. That's the button above the enter key, at least on my keyboard. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to copy the company name. So I paste that there. I'm going to assign it to me. If this is your Jira space and you're the only one using it, you don't have to assign it to yourself. It's just kind of a best practice. So now that I've updated that, I'm going to click on clone. It'll take a few seconds. Okay, it's been cloned, so I'm going to open this in a new tab. Okay, so here's my new job that I want to look into some more. So now I'm going to go back to the job listing. I'm going to click on the share icon right here. I'm going to copy the link. Go back to my job, and I'm going to paste this link right in here. Control V to paste that. And I'm just going to add LinkedIn. That's really the only place I'm looking right now, but I'm just throwing that in right there. And then I'm going to scroll down here to the bottom, and I'm going to click Save. So that way that part is saved. Now part 2, what I've been doing is now I'm going to copy the job description, Control C. I'm going to go back, and now in the comments down here at the bottom, I just type in job description from LinkedIn, add a couple spaces, and then I paste it in there. Now, just so you know, if you include an email address in here, you're going to get a message saying that this person has not been added to your Jira space. Do you want to invite them? I'm just going to do it just to show you what happens so you don't freak out. So I'm going to hit save, and it says someone needs access to Jira. So I'm going to click don't show again. We're not actually tagging this person. It's just a support email that is included in the job description. So I'm just going to click don't show again. But so now what this does is this has created this job story. In our interested column, I have the job details down here. So I have that preserved. And then up top here, I have the title, the company, the job posting link. And so right now, I've really done enough to get me started on this. So that's why it's still in the interested stage right here, because right now I'm just interested. Now, when I'm ready to look into this more, I can then transition it to one of these different stages, like preparing. I'm reviewing the information and doing my due diligence to take the next steps for this. So when I'm ready to look into that, I'm going to refresh this page. So once I've gone through and added some jobs here, I don't want to overwhelm myself with too many opportunities, but what I can do is I can drag this into preparing. I can click on it to open it. I have the job link right here. So now that I've decided that I'm going to focus on looking into this job, seeing if this is even a match for me, I can just do that for this one job. I can work through, I can fill out whatever is relevant for me to know here. And maybe I'm not actually interested in this job. Maybe I find out that, oh, I don't have that experience, or this isn't really something that I want to do. If that's the case, then I can slide that over into closed. Now, what would be a great idea if you realize that you're not interested? You can use labels here. I haven't really gotten into adding labels yet throughout this tutorial, but what you could do is you could create a label. There we go. And you could create a label for that, like not interested, or lack experience, or whatever label makes sense to you. And I would also, if you find that you're not actually interested in a job, I would go down here, I would add a comment and just put down whatever information. You know, maybe you looked up a company and they have a terrible reputation, or lots of employees complain about the work environment or policies on Glassdoor, which, you know, take that with a grain of salt, but also there's a reason people posted that stuff. So you'll have to be, you know, your own judge on that. But that type of information would be great to log down here in the comments, especially if you decide to dismiss a job. And if you do end up dismissing that, you know, you can always search the board in the future and see, have I looked up this job before? Have I looked up this company before? You know, what was my process? Was I rejected? Did I even apply? Did I decide not to pursue it? You've got all of that information preserved here on your Jira board. And it's real easy to just slide these through your workflow here. And if you don't like this workflow, you can go back to my workflow tutorial and make adjustments to that and adjust how your columns are laid out here so it makes sense for you. But this just gives you a strong foundation of something that's useful, that you can build, and that will hopefully make your job search process a lot smoother. I hope this was helpful. Subscribe for more tutorials and visit simplesoftwaretutorials.com for step-by-step guides and free resources. Thanks for watching!